Hi Scorpio, and welcome to the Angel Cooperative channel. My name is Liza Mariani and I'm here to do your monthly tarot horoscope for November 2019. Quickly going to shuffle the cards for you for all Scorpio Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign. And also just wanted to give you some updates as to what's coming in this month for November. We do have a Mercury retrograde, which started on October 31st. And it's ending on November 20th. So definitely be prepared for that, especially some technology and communication disruptions, especially during that time period. And it's all during the time of Scorpio, of course. Happy birthday to all you Scorpios, and also happy birthday to some of the Sagittarians that will be celebrating this month. Also, just a reminder that the full moon is going to be the Taurus full moon will be on the 12th, and then we also have the Sagittarius new moon on the 26th of this month. So definitely keep your dates open, especially for the full moon, to do full moon releases, and also the new moon to also set your new moon intentions for what you need for the coming month. All right, so let's see what we have coming in for you guys this month. All right, let me just quickly do this with the cards, and that way and your overall energy for this month is the King of Pentacles. Okay, and let me also pull some old style Lenormand cards to clarify for Scorpio for this month of November 2019 for all Scorpio Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. And you also have the Rider as your overall energy. All right, so I'm also going to pull a few runes for you guys, and I love to pull these because they actually give some clarification to the cards and also give some more insight as to what's coming in for you guys this month. So let's see. I'm just going to pull a few of them. So I'm going to shake it up real quick, and they're pretty loud, so it's hard to hear me if I'm talking while I'm shaking them. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, your overall energy with the runes is the this is the protection rune, actually. So this is all about protecting yourself and also protecting others, and then also following your instincts and, like, maintaining your strength for for what it is that you're bringing into this month. And I do feel like you have to, I do feel like you do need to have there might need to actually look into getting some protection stones this month, which usually are the darker stones like onyx, tourmaline, black obsidian, shungite. Definitely, if you can get this is a shungite bracelet. So if you can get like a shungite bracelet, they sell these here at the Angel Cooperative, and these are wonderful to have on you every day just to protect you from negative energies. And I do feel like this month, Scorpio, I feel like especially with this Mercury retrograde, which is in your sign this month, you definitely should get some shungite. I do feel like this is going to also helps with technology too. So this might actually help you to deal with this Mercury retrograde this month. So definitely look into getting one of these. They have them in all different sizes. And they do also have necklaces there, which are wonderful. I love the shungite, especially the shungite room too, has so much energy, so much positive energy in there as well. All right, so let's dive into your reading. I know I see the King of Pentacles is your overall energy this month, and that is, it's a beautiful card. I love the King of Pentacles because it's all about having confidence, but it's also about being successful in things that you're doing. And I do feel like this is kind of your energy instead of being actually a person that you're dealing with, because usually the King of Pentacles stands for an earth energy, which is Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. But I do sense that this month is that you're going to feel a little bit more confident and also feel a little bit more in charge of what's going on. And also with the rider here, it's very positive movement forward. This is also could signify travel, could also signify success and, going after your goals and really focusing in on what you need to be doing to bring yourself into positive energy forward. So very good energy for this month. And, also with the protection rune, I do feel like there's going to be, you do have to focus on the fact that it is a Mercury retrograde this month. So definitely find ways to be protective and also not to let other people impede on your boundaries, and also protecting your inner circle. So this could be even protecting your loved ones and people around you. All right, well, as we're starting out the month, we also have the Ace of Swords, which is a beautiful card. I love the Ace of Swords, and it's paired with the Sun. So the Ace of Swords and the Sun is all about mental clarity, and it's also about, new beginnings, but new positive, bright, exciting things that are coming in, but it's also about really having a good mindset and a very positive mindset at that. Especially with the Sun, I do sense that you guys are going to be possibly shining in the spotlight a little bit this month, especially since it's your birthday. You definitely should be. But it's also, feeling good and feeling like successful at what you're doing, and also feeling like warm and fuzzy, like having people coming towards you and also showing how much they appreciate you. I feel like that's also going to come into play at the beginning of the month. So it's really good energy for you guys. We also have the Strength card at the beginning of the month. So definitely you guys are, this is a really good, strong period of time for you. You guys are at your strongest, feeling good about yourself, but it's also you have strength from the situations that you have been through. But the thing is, it's also making you feel confident because you do have the Lady here. Even if you're not a woman here watching this, or even if you're a male, it's this energy of the Lady card is more about feeling confidence and feeling beauty and feeling grace, and poised. And I do feel like this is more about, because this is the younger lady. So this is not the old, and, this is more about feeling like in your prime, like feeling confident and feeling almost like that youthful energy that's coming out of you where, because of your strength, you're feeling really good about yourself and you're feeling a little confident, which is really good, especially. And it's interesting because we also have the Self rune that is paired with that. So I do feel like with the Self, it's like, it's the way that others are perceiving you. And it's also the way that you're perceiving yourself. So that you have strength, and also you have your own personal power that you exude and you also share with others. And I do feel that you're definitely, people are almost looking up to you and feeling like you are somebody who they can go to for strength, and also sometimes even go to for guidance. So it's definitely a very positive way to start out the month. I do sense that we do have the Six of Wands, and it's reversed, and we have the Bear. So there is, I do feel like there is going to be some delays coming in, especially coming into the middle of the month. There is going to be some where you're going to be wanting to move ahead with something, but you're going to sense that you're going to have to put some things on hold. And it could possibly be because of this Mercury retrograde with a lot of communication delays, and it could also be where you might even have some problems with technology, which might make you have to deal with like things. You have to put things off and say, well, I can't do it right now because I'm having, a problem getting this software up and running. There's going to be a little bit of those like technical glitches that are coming into play, but I don't feel like it's going to damper you so much because you also have the bear here. The bear is also about strength, and it's also about presenting yourself with that strength and energy. Whereas, sometimes some things may slow you down, but it's not going to disrupt your flow and not disrupt your energy either. So you do have the disruption rune, which is interesting because I was just saying how like these things want to disrupt you, but it's like feeling like you actually have no control over this. It's almost like you have to just accept it and then move forward, because like there are things going to happen that are going to be out of your control. So I do sense that's going to come into play probably into the definitely into the second week of November. And the second week of November, I do feel like that's when the full moon is coming into play as well. So yeah, you're definitely going to have to like release some negative energies and whatever is definitely something's affecting you towards the middle of the month. And I do sense that here because we do have the snake and the Two of Swords reversed. So the snake is, also dealing with some people who are not being quite honest with you. They could also be trying to sneak around you or to do things without you knowing about. And I also feel like you're really not using your inner guidance to help you see what's going on or even help you to make decisions. Because, when the Two of Swords is reversed, it's all about having that, like you're not even willing to see, or even the situations that are coming towards you. It's almost like you're being forced to make choices, but not really seeing the full picture and not really understanding the whole situation. So I do feel like when it's paired with the snake, there is going to be some lying and some trickery going on here with somebody or some situation that will be unfolding. And I do feel like it is definitely tied to this the Six of Wands reversed and this like disruption. There is going to be some kind of almost like a hiccup where, you're going to have to, it's like you're offline almost, like there is no connection, no internet connection, like that kind of feeling where like, oh my gosh, like I can't find out the information because I can't get connected, and there's this like delay, or there's something that's like really affecting the way that your production goes or your flow. So just be mindful of that, especially the second week in November, because I do sense there is going to be some where you're going to be dealing with some kind of a snake here, somebody who is not being honest and using this to their advantage so they can get something over on you. So be mindful of that, because it's something that you definitely have to protect yourself against. And it's interesting because I do have this this black obsidian heart here that is right next to it. So I do feel like this is going to have a sense of where you're going to need to protect yourself a little bit. Definitely get something, protection stones, or do some meditations to really focus on that as well. You also have in the middle of the month, we have crossroads with the King of Swords. So you could be dealing with an air sign here, which is a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. And the king usually is somebody who is older than you, or somebody who is, even a boss or a father figure, somebody who is very important in your life. But this person could also be a spouse too, if you're female. But this could be somebody that's coming into the picture here. But they're also somebody who's very wise, and I believe that they're going to try to give you some guidance here as to what to do next, because you do have the crossroads. And I feel like with this crossroads, this king is going to come in and help you figure out like, okay, what's the next step I need to do? And this is definitely like the middle of the month energy. And I do feel like you're going to be, it's interesting because you're really going to be focusing in on the choices that you have, but also like getting guidance because I do feel like you're not having a complete clarity at this point. So you do have to look to others for advice to help you at this, the fork in the road where you're at this crossroads. Because if you don't, I feel like you're going to be even more confused, because especially with this Mercury retrograde, there is a lot of confusion and there is a lot of delay that goes on during this month. And of course, it always happens to be during the time of Scorpio, which is your birthday. So, of course, keep that in mind, how it affects you as well. And we also have the Seven of Cups. Yes, this is all about choices as well. There's definitely some choices and options that are going to be they're going to be presented to you. But you also have the mice here. So just be careful about the opportunities that are coming towards you, because there are some people that are a little bit, it's almost like they're negative influences, or they're doing things with their own intention in mind. Like they're doing things like, so that way they're presenting things to you that will benefit them, but not necessarily benefit you. So I do feel like when the mice is here, it's like, yeah, I'm offering you this, but this is really for my benefit, not for yours. But the thing is, I do feel like there's more than one option. So just be mindful of which one is the right one for you. And you also have this rune. Ooh, this one chipped a little bit. This rune is all about focusing in on like what the things that you're creating and the things that you have already put the work in for, because this is more about harvesting and also collecting rewards or gains from like things that you have already created. And it's also about like a time of like success and bringing new things. And I do feel like there's new opportunities that are coming towards you. And I do feel like this is a sense of more career minded, definitely where you're going to feel finally like, okay, now I have some answer here to what I need to do next. But just be cautious. I do feel like there is some people here that are not being completely honest with you, especially with the mice. So, or it might not be just that they're being dishonest. It's just that they have their own intentions in mind and they have their own agenda. Like they're not thinking of Scorpio and saying I want to do this to benefit Scorpio. No, they're looking to benefit themselves. So keep that in mind, because you want to make sure that you're not getting taken advantage of, and especially with these new opportunities and possibilities and choices that are coming towards you. And also towards the end of the month, we have the Chariot. So the Chariot is also with the Bouquet. So the Chariot is also about success and movement forward, positive movement forward, but it also could be moving. Some of you may be moving, some of you may even be traveling. So I do feel like with the Chariot though, there is where you're actually going to be taking a step towards something new, but it's also going to be it could be something that is being offered to you almost like as a gift. The Bouquet is also sharing gifts. It could be where you're also sharing your gifts, or others are sharing their gifts with you. So this is a very positive, very, very positive energy coming in towards the end of the month. So I really, really love this, especially for you guys, because I feel like you guys have put the work in, and I feel like you're finally going to get your rewards, and you're going to feel like you're moving ahead into the right direction. So this is towards the end of the month. And we also have the Seven of Wands, and it's reversed. So the Seven of Wands is also being, it's almost like letting down your guard. When it's reversed, it's like letting down your guard and not being so defensive, because you have, I feel like there's been so many times where you've had to feel guarded, feel very guarded, especially, that people don't always have good intentions. And I do feel like this situation here in the middle of the month is going to make you feel like that. And I feel like by the end of the month, you're finally going to feel more calmed and relaxed, and you're going to let your guard down a little bit, because you do have the key here. So I do feel like you have the key to your own happiness, which is coming in towards the end of the month. It's going to feel good, but I feel like this is because it's positive movement forward with the Chariot. And it's going to make you feel more confident that things are moving in the right direction. It may not be that everything is going perfectly the way it's supposed to be. And it's also where the Mercury retrograde is also coming to an end, which is important to remember. The 20th, I believe, is the end of the Mercury retrograde. So I do feel like after, especially with the Chariot and the Seven of Wands reversed and with the Key, it's like after the Mercury retrograde ends for you guys, a lot of things are going to get a lot better and also a lot clearer. I feel like communication is going to finally be opened up and things are going to finally resume. And like everything's going to flow a lot better towards the end of the month. The middle of the month, I do feel like there is a lot of confusion and a lot of there's a lot of where you're questioning a lot of things going on, and just be mindful of that. And have to understand that this Mercury retrograde is affecting especially you because it's in your sign this month. So definitely keep your mind open to that. I'm also going to pull a Work Your Light Oracle card. I love this deck. It's so beautiful. And see what card comes in for you guys for this month. Like this one. Okay, it says the crumbling. And it says, what are you clinging to? So I do feel like you have to allow things to fall apart so that way they fall apart. And it's interesting because as you see, like this facade here is crumbling, but beyond that is this beautiful meadow and this beautiful scenery that's coming in underneath it. And I do feel like holding on to this disruption, whatever this is during the middle of the month, you need to just let things go and let them fall. So that way this beautiful, peaceful, serene landscape will come into focus. And I do feel like it will towards the end of the month. So that's a beautiful card for you guys, definitely for the month of November. Let's also see what the secret language of the light card has for Scorpio for the month of November. Let's see what we have coming in for you guys for this month. And I'm also going to read the message from the book because this is also a new oracle deck for me, so I'm not connected with it completely. So I do feel like the messages are beautiful in the book, and I want to share it with you. And it might also resonate with you and help you, especially with some important messages for you guys this month. Oh, wow. And we have transformation. I love that. And this is card number 19. Okay, so I'm going to quickly open up the book so that way I can get to the message for you guys. And I'm going to quickly read it for you. Okay, so it says, you are experiencing an ending. You are feeling a loss as a whole or a void in your life. This empty feeling is a space for something new and better. A new way will reveal itself very soon. Pain is something that happens to all of us, but suffering is a choice. To suffer is to believe thoughts that are not your sole truths. Justifying, analyzing, and rationalizing will separate you further from your soul's wisdom. From this state, you will blame yourself, another, or an event for feeling angry or sad. Focusing on the suffering will only cement the ideology or belief that it created it. In other words, you become what you fight against. Now, imagine that you can create your focusing on all the beautiful aspects of your life and what you are good at. Focus on where your life is filled with things that make you smile. Change starts with you, and all your desires begin with a dream. Where will you place your focus tomorrow morning? And that is beautiful because with transformation especially, transformation is all about major changes that are coming in. And of course, you're definitely at a crossroad. You're at a transformative period in your life right now. And of course, we go through many of them throughout our lifetimes. And I do feel that with this, you have to focus on, the beautiful things that you want to bring into your life, especially, allow this transformation to happen. It's part of your life. It's part of you, and, embrace it. And especially, even though sometimes transformations can be scary and they can be a little bit unnerving at times, especially during a Mercury retrograde, I do feel like this time is as a time that's good to really focus in on your intentions and what it is that you want to bring into your life. All right, well, Scorpio, I hope you enjoyed your reading for the month of November. Please like and share this videos with your friends, your family, or people that you know would benefit from our readings. And also, don't forget to comment below. I'd love to hear how this resonated with you. And also, check out the links below if you would like to schedule a personal reading with me through the Angel Cooperative. I'm there on every Thursday of the month. Usually from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. So definitely look into that and schedule a reading with me, and I'd love to see you guys. All right, have a wonderful, wonderful month. And also check out the links to my own personal YouTube page where you can see your weekly tarot horoscopes as well. All right, guys, have a wonderful month, and I'll see you again next month. Take care. Bye.